Hi, welcome back. Not many parts left now to finish off this kit from scalescenes. I've been putting together the main actual warehouse wall, as you can see. I've put on one of the doors and I'm just about to do the same with the other one. If you look at the doors, a couple of things to note. If I can put that close to the camera, if that'll focus or not. The rust effect on the door does go down one way, so make sure you put the walls on the right way up. And if you can see there are some sort of, this is like a metal panel door, so there are some lines across here. So I'm just going to, before I glue it in place, I'm just going to scribe across there with the scalpel just to add a bit of definition to the walls. You won't see it pick it up on the camera. I've already done it on this one here. Doesn't really pick it up too well. Also, before you glue these things in place, you've got some white sides, white edges. So make sure you cover those up with the marker pen, felt tip pen, because it's going to be impossible to do it once they're glued in place. I've got a nice set of pens here with some thin nibs, which I quite like. When you do fill in the edges, obviously you get a colour that matches, and always angle it away from you, and obviously with the side on, that doesn't matter. So fill in the edges like that. If you do it this way, then you won't get any colour bleeding over onto the other side of the paper. If you do slip as well, you're going to slip like that onto the side that doesn't matter. So don't ever fill in the white edges with the actual textured part facing you. Always do it away from you like that. Just finish that one off. Yeah, you just don't want the white edges, and obviously once this is glued in place, it would be impossible to go over these edges as well. Going to do the same for the roof piece here. Obviously I'll just use a sort of more dark grey colour for that one before I glue the roof in place. The window frames, the door and the windows, they need some glazing put behind them before I finish those off. I've cut a thin strip here from some old cake packaging. I'll cut this into little squares and then put one here behind this window here, and then again behind this door window here as well, and then finish that off. And then once I've put in place the doors and things, side walls go in place, then the roof panel, and then it'll just be finishing it off. Join me in a second, I'll show a bit more progress. Just putting in place this window around here, the glass piece. I'm just going to put a bit of dollop of glue around each of the sides there of the window. Trying not to put too much. And then just using a brush, I'm just going to spread that out a bit. Like that. Put a bit too much down to there, to be honest. And then holding the tweezers, I've got my piece of see-through plastic there. And I'm just going to drop that into place as best I can. And I quickly move it into the right area. There we go. And then apply a bit of pressure just by turning that around, pressing that down. Try not to let it move around, because then it smears all the glue with it as well, which I've actually done a little bit there actually already. But that's how I put the window pieces in place there. I've put the next door on now, and I've put the door runner on at the top. Again, remembering to cover in the white sides there. I'm doing this out of order compared to what the kit says. I just find it easier to work on this part because it's all flat before I start putting in the side walls. It's easier to turn around and press in place on the cutting board, etc.